But under the ground of Uptown Butte, it's loaded with tunnels and abandoned mine shafts. So sometimes sinkholes can occur. And I'm going to get away from this one.
It's not a surprise. Our history is underground mining. We have more than 10,000 miles of underground activities under Butte.
Patrick Peck first noticed the hole in the street across from his home in the 300 block of Broadway the morning of April 23rd. He immediately contacted the county.
I don't like it too much. You know, it's dangerous.
Sinkholes sometimes occur in Butte when dirt in backfilled shafts from old mining activity subsides and causes empty spaces.
And then with just enough rain and activity and water from the underground workings, the soil collapses. It's just a bit of nature, a bit of gravity doing its work.
The Bureau of Mining and Geology at Montana Tech have maps of most of the underground tunnels and shafts that expand for more than 10,000 miles. Peck said a few years ago, a sinkhole opened up in his backyard.
Now that I've had one in front of the house and one behind the house, I'm worried about what's going to happen when the middle decides to go, seeing that my house is sitting on it.
Rosenthal said sinkholes are still very rare and people living on the Butte Hill should not worry too much.
No, they should not live in panic. Life is good on the hill.
In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
Now in the Storm Tracker Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Mike Hurt. A little breezy out there today.
Yeah, east wind. Yeah, I said
yeah, winds have changed.
A little breezy, but that's because we got a storm system that's a little downstream from us, and again we got a little surface wind out of that. A tiny little bit of moisture, but most of this will be gone after sunset tonight. We'll see a similar type storm produce some scattered showers and thunderstorms, but that won't be until deep into the weekend. So tomorrow, busting out some sunshine. First thing in the morning, Butte will be a little frosty, but we'll try and climb in the upper 50s and lower 60s. And mostly sunny to partly cloudy for Bozeman tomorrow. And we should see the upper 50s and maybe even some low 60s over the next day or two.
Also tonight, do you have an old computer laying around? Maybe a broken phone or some dead batteries, and you're not quite sure what you need to do with them? Well, good news. Our Cassidy Powers learns Logan Landfill accepting all your old e-waste this Saturday for free.
Hello? An opportunity to get rid of my e-waste for free? This Saturday? At the Logan Landfill? Sign me up.
We'll see laptops, printers, TVs for sure.
Tucked away in some rolling green hills is the Logan Landfill. Here, counties from across southwest Montana can dispose of just about anything.
Oil, antifreeze, obviously the disposal of trash and construction debris.
And e-waste. But I was curious, what exactly is e-waste? So I asked Jim Simon, the Gallatin County Solid Waste Director.
E-waste is our typical computers, laptops, computer towers, monitors, TVs, printers, stereo equipment, phones, rechargeable batteries.
All that old junk most folks have lying around their house. So why is it so important we recycle it?
The overall benefit is capturing the rare earth minerals and reusing those elements, those rare earths, in the circuitry that's in the e-waste itself.
As well as keeping hazardous components out of our soil and water, which is important considering electronic waste has become one of the fastest growing waste streams in the world. Logan Landfill raking in around 60 to 70 tons a year, which is why the Gallatin Solid Waste Management District and Recycle Boise have teamed up for the 15th year to host their free e-waste recycling event.
Starting at 8 o'clock, people can come out to the landfill and there will be no charge to dispose of your e-waste only, and we'll do that till 2:30 on Saturday.
Accepted e-waste items will be posted on our website, and if you're not able to make it to Saturday's event, don't worry. Logan Landfill does take e-waste year-round during business hours. You'll just have to pay a fee. In Logan, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.
Megan Elaine here at the Ellen right now, and coming up, I'll tell you about an experience to go see a film that takes you from the river to the big screen.
Out and About is sponsored by Intrepid Credit Union.
And welcome back. In tonight's Out and About, an epic river journey from Montana to the Pacific comes to the big screen. Megan Elaine takes us inside the Columbia River Canoe Project, tells us why this one-night-only film is making waves at the Ellen Theater.
Currently, I'm standing outside the Ellen, and tomorrow night, for one night only, you can get the chance to see the Columbia River Canoe Project. And you won't want to miss footage just like this.
Getting to show it to people in Montana especially has been, some of the most rewarding parts.
The documentary follows cousins Robert Lester and Braxton Mitchell on a 1,300-mile expedition canoeing from the Continental Divide all the way to the Pacific Ocean. I caught up with Rob on Zoom. He tells me him and his cousin paddled every mile together. However, it's his cousin Braxton who really became the heart of the story.
Really, it's the story of Braxton, this kid with me who'd never been on a journey like this, a kid who'd never been in a canoe, and now all of a sudden he's going all the way to the ocean on the biggest adventure of his lifetime.
Definitely never worked this hard before, but if it was easy, everyone would do it, so.
The cousin's story hasn't just stayed on screen. Rob's been visiting schools across the state, sharing a message about courage, growth, and starting young.
Especially, me and Braxton weren't all that old, and Braxton especially, he had just graduated high school. And I think it shows that, whatever your dreams are and, whatever goals you have, no matter how old you are, you can get them done,
The film was also a showcase for Montana talent, with a team of young local filmmakers documenting the journey from start to finish.
The videographers especially did well was, just showing how diverse the landscape was, between Montana all the way to the ocean.
Rob says this story is one the community will connect with, and he's hoping they'll show up to support the team who made it happen.
Bozeman's an outdoor community, a river community in a lot of ways, and I hope the people of Bozeman can make it out and see the film.
He says it's a story of grit, growth, and the great outdoors, told one paddle stroke at a time. For more information on the Butte Natives' journey and the coverage we have done previously, visit our website. In Bozeman, Megan Elaine, MTN News.
Well, Mike, except for that breeze we were talking about earlier, not a bad day all around southwest Montana.
Beautiful start to the day, mostly on the sunny side and mild this morning, but a lot of cloud cover, breezy this afternoon. It's trying to rain in a few spots, but it's limited moisture. Much higher probability that we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday, Monday, maybe even Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll take a look at the next round of wet weather coming up next.
As the weather starts now with Chief Meteorologist Mike Hurd.
Let's start with the forecast model this time, and we're tracking one system moving in and out, and then an area of pressure over California lifting northeastward, and that could drive a pretty fair amount of moisture across Idaho, Wyoming, and especially up into southern areas of Montana. The brunt of this should be showing up Sunday afternoon, evening into Monday morning, but there could be some high mountain snow, some valley rain. There could even be a few isolated thunderstorms embedded in that. Then that system begins to move out, and here comes a weak system as we look into Monday night into Tuesday, and again a pinch of mountain snow and a little bit of valley rain Tuesday into Wednesday, and then that moves out. And then by the time we get into the first weekend in the month of May, we do have a slight chance for a passing shower, but it does not look to be a major storm system. So this weaker system that we've been talking about the last couple of days, tracking roughly through Wyoming, up into South Dakota, clipping southeastern Montana, and just a few sparse little hit and miss rain and snow showers over the southern end of Beaverhead, Madison, and Gallatin counties. But our futurecast as we zoom in on Montana shows clearing skies for the rest of this evening. Hopefully the wind will be backing off later tonight as well. And a little bit of cloud cover for your Friday, and we could see a little bit of pop-up thunderstorm activity, especially along and west of Interstate 15. So something to keep an eye on Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Don't foresee a lot of thunderstorms passing through Bozeman or down towards the Dillon area, but there could be a few isolated storms Saturday afternoon. But that right there is the leading edge of the area low pressure that will be moving in Sunday afternoon and into Monday. So as you look outside, still quite windy here in the Gallatin Valley, 54 degrees currently, 38% relative humidity. Butte dealing with partly cloudy skies and mild 51 degrees here with a stiff easterly wind around 10 to 20 miles per hour and a steady barometer. The farther out west you went, the warmer the temperatures were today, in the upper 60s and lower 70s. But around this area of pressure, a little cooler back towards Livingston and Billings and over towards the Miles City area. Even 39 right now, a little chilly in the West Yellowstone area. So our temperatures for tonight under clearing skies will be in the 20s and 30s. Clearing, cooler, Hopefully not quite as windy, but it could be blustery for several more hours, and then clearing and cooler as you head into the eastern half of southwestern Montana. Tomorrow, max temperatures should be at or above normal in the upper 50s. Even some low to mid 60s are possible, even nudging into low 70s around Missoula tomorrow afternoon. Moving eastward, lots of 50s, some 60s mixed in there. And again, these are a little warmer than average for this time of the year with mostly sunny skies. The extended forecast Butte, an isolated thunderstorm Saturday afternoon, a better chance for showers or thunderstorms Sunday afternoon, evening into Monday, and a few hit and miss showers into Tuesday, and then warming up by next Thursday in the upper 60s. Bozeman, mid 50s tomorrow, but low to mid 60s are possible heading into the weekend. And watch for, again, increasing showers or thunderstorms Sunday afternoon, evening into Monday morning, and a few hit and miss showers again by Tuesday, and then up in the upper 60s there by next Thursday. Dylan, your forecast, again, holding in the 60s for the rest of the week. Into the weekend, a chance for some showers and thunderstorms Sunday into Monday, and then back up in the upper 60s by next Thursday. And West Yellowstone, I'll give you another chance for some showers. Could be rain mixing with snow Sunday afternoon, evening into Monday morning, and a few hit and miss showers are possible on Tuesday, but warming and drying by the end of next week with 20s and 30s for some chilly overnight temperatures.
We'll look for more action in the air for the MSU Bobcats next season, and that's thanks to a hardworking core of receivers. Coming up, our Grace Lawrence takes a closer look at the Cats' passing game focus as spring drills wrap up.
NTN Sports Grace Lawrence here outside Bobcat Stadium as Montana State is in its final week of spring ball. And the wide receiver room is one who lost some veteran experience to graduation in the portal, but they're a hungry group who's made lots of strides over the past 5 weeks. Sam Mix moved from running backs coach to wide receivers and has brought a philosophy over to the position group.
They were never scared to kind of be the guy that, was the starter for us on offense and all that. And I think if we can carry that same mindset into the receiver room, that'd be really good for us, especially having, multiple guys in the field at once.
The team has mentioned leaning more into its pass game this spring, especially with the concepts new offensive coordinator Pete Sturbick is bringing to the offense.
Pete, we're throwing the ball a little bit more. We can see it in practice and just making plays, showing that we are a part of the offense and we can also be the forerunners of the offense.
Taco Dowler, who's entering his junior season, highlights the room as he's coming off